This Liberty Sports Update is brought to you by Beacon Credit Union.
Man, I just told our team, at midfield that I don't know that I would have believed it if you'd have told me in year two of FBS play, that we'd be sitting here at 6-0 with the schedule that we faced. And so I couldn't be prouder of the kids, the staff, and so many others. I mean, the athletic training staff, the strength staff that has had to do so much extra work with all the COVID and all the different things that we have going on that are facing us. And so many people have poured into this to get us to this point. And so it's man, I just couldn't be prouder of the kids and the staff and for our school. And glad that we have an open week. We need it, and we needed to rest and recover a little bit, and hopefully get to work on some of the things we're not doing particularly well.
How about the performance you got today out of your quarterback, Malik Willis? He tied the program record with 6 touchdown passes today in this game, ran for another one. Well over 400 yards of total offense, almost 500 by himself. What do you say about number 7?
He played really well outside of, about 4 or 5 plays. And obviously quarterbacks, when they make mistakes, it kind of is glaring. But when they do well, it's glaring too. And he certainly, somebody told me that after that last touchdown that I think it was overturned, but that would have broke the school record, and so hate to see that. But he's got some more games to play. But I thought he played really solid outside just a few plays, and I didn't call a good third quarter. We really felt like we had a shot play that was a touchdown, and it just went to it too early, and they brought gut cross and caused a fumble, and that turned the whole game. It turned the whole game, and I was a little greedy at that point, and trying to make it 42-7, and all of a sudden it's 35-21 before you blink. So really proud of the way Malik bounced back from that with the offense and the defense, because we put them in some bad spots there at the start of the third quarter.
Yeah, they threw a curveball on you there. At what point did you find out Jack Abraham wasn't going to be playing, and how did that impact that first drive and just really going during the ball game?
Well, I found out sitting in my office after I got here from the hotel. I was told that they were pretty someone told me they were pretty confident that he couldn't make the trip, but Six has played a lot this year, and we thought he could throw it too and run. He probably runs it better than Jack, and so it was the same offense, and I thought he threw it really well and played well. So it really didn't change a whole lot because they were so similar.
Defensively, do you feel like you played better than what 35 points would show?
Absolutely. That's the disappointing thing for these guys have scored points on most everybody they've played. I think they put up 50-something in the last game, and they do a good job with their RPO game. But defense definitely, I don't think it would have been 35 without the 2 turnovers. The fumble and then the onside kick.
Lastly here, heading into the bye week, what's that look like, and how much will that help, with some of those injuries? We saw Emmanuel Dabney come out early here today, and I think maybe one other one.
Yeah, I hadn't heard, the results of those, but, off weeks after 6 straight games, or really, it's probably not so much the 6 straight games, but I think, if you go back to when we really started, we probably have gone, 10, 11 weeks, and it's kind of time for them to kind of take a breather without me in a team room saying, here's this da. And I just think all of us need to take a little breather, and hopefully we can remain disciplined enough to handle the issues that we face societal with everything that's going on. But we're very excited about having a week to kind of relax and still work, but it not be, like hair on fire work.
Thank you. Ryan, go ahead.
All right, we're going to open up the floor for Coach. Anybody want to start me off, Damien?
Hey, Coach, I saw you talk to Jimmy Falks after his interception, and you look really happy with the way he played today, especially coming in after the first series with Emmanuel going out. How pleased were you with the way he stepped up, and probably his first extended action since last year?
Yeah, Jimmy and I have had a lot of discussions since the beginning of camp, and everything doesn't always go your way in life, and how you handle it when it doesn't, I think, speaks volumes to kind of how your life might be later on, because if there's one thing for sure, I've met no one that life doesn't throw you a curveball or hit you in the gut at some point. And so as Jimmy and I have tried to navigate, what his role looks like, on this team, along with his position coaches, there's disappointment, which I don't blame. When your role is not as significant as you want it to be, and he's not the only one, I'm sure, that feels that way. I think it's that way on every team. I do think that the ones who can weather those storms and just keep grinding and just keep believing and keep hoping, and when your time does come and something good happens, man, I want to rejoice with him, and that's all that was just me rejoicing with him for just he just has stuck in there and hung in there, and he's going to persevere, and he's going to be better for it. I don't know what that means, playing time or not, but I just know I think he's over the hurdle, and now I think he's going to persevere, which in life will pay him great dividends.
All right, let's go Breeze in the locker room.
Next questions from Ed Lane.
Coach, Malik Willis, passing especially, it seemed like he was in a different element in terms of his accuracy and what he was doing with that. Just take us through, obviously you'll see more when you study the film, but, what you've seen in practice leading up to this week, into the game today that helped him excel in that area.
Well, I thought he had his best week of prep. I can't. These numbers are so small, I can't see them without my readers on. But I thought he had his best week leading up to the game, throwing the ball, and so I really wasn't surprised. I really felt like we were going to have to throw it early. That 3-3 stack, and then the robber guy sitting in the middle. They just got an extra guy that you've got to negotiate in the run game, and so I really thought we were going to come out. And my plan was to throw it early, and I thought we did it and did it very well. And he, whatever his numbers were, I can't see them again, but whatever they were, I know that he had 3 that were dropped. So I think it was a really, really solid day. There was really only 2 times in the passing game that I thought he kind of went off script and didn't do the exact way we had talked about doing something. So that's pretty good for a quarterback.
Next question from Damien Sordelette.
Hey, Coach, 2 questions here for you. One, how do you evaluate how Josh Mack did in his limited role coming back from the infection in his right elbow? And then Steven Singh's targeted call, what did you see on the play? And how big of a loss is that for the first half against Virginia Tech?
Well, it's big. I don't like it. I think, I don't know, man. I don't want to get in trouble with the officials, but I think there was something wrong today with the replay communication booth to them. It just didn't seem like that. I mean, normally when a target's called, man, we go over and we put a headset on and we talk through it, and it just, my coaches swear that Shadro didn't step out of bounds on that long run, and I don't know. It just seemed kind of like the communication was not normal, whatever that means. So I'll have to see the film and see if it would. But he quickly said it was confirmed. He didn't even go put a headset on. So I don't know. It was just different. And so yeah, it's a loss. I mean, we're going to need everybody plus some to go into Blacksburg, and sure hate it. Hate it's that way. Josh Mack, he looks like he hadn't practiced in 2 weeks, and it hadn't been quite 2 weeks, but he doesn't look himself, and hopefully we can get him back to normal in this off week. Along with those receivers that we really miss. C.J. Yarborough tried to gut it out today. Appreciate that, but he needs to get well. And I think Noah's close, and Javion. I think we'll be close to getting most everybody back. And and I'll tell you another great play in this game that I don't want to is the fake punt. Biggins, our true freshman out of Mississippi, man, that was a heck of a play he made on that fake punt. So I want to make sure I give him credit. I told him I would.
Coach, I have one last question